What up, I'm Rob Level, and first I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna tell you about the funny time when I wouldn't let Amber Rose into the bar that I worked at. This is a funny story. Let's just get into it. When I first moved to LA just a few years ago, I'm from Southside Chicago, I was super broke.
Damn,
okay?
son.
I was super broke.
I can't eat!
And like any other person, I had bills. And now that I was in LA, the bills cost some. I needed even more money to survive, right? So I had to go get myself a job. And at the time, I was only making just over $1,000 a month from my music. It wasn't like it is now, I tell you that. So I had to go get a job, and I had to do it fast. Otherwise, I was not gonna be able to stay in LA, and I did not want to go back to the very bad part of Chicago, right?
No!
So I sat down and thought about what would the best possible job be, but that would not only make me money, but it would also help me get ahead in LA at the same time. A job that could help me meet people, have power at a place that had people that I wanted to meet, and that would make me money at the same time. Like, what was that going to be? After thinking about that, it wasn't hard to finally land on working in a club or a bar, for obvious reasons, right?
Come on.
So I went online, I looked at the most popular clubs and bars in LA, and I made sure that I found one that was within walking distance to where I live, because I didn't have a car, like I did for most of my life. And I didn't have money to waste on Ubers. I mean, Starbucks was expensive enough, you know? So I found one, I went there, went again, then I went again, and I bothered them until they gave me a job. And this is how I've gotten almost every job my entire life. Persistence. Trust me, it always pays off. If you just bother people enough, they're like, man, he won't leave me alone. All right, I'll give him a shot, right? So I asked them if I could be a bouncer at the front door, and they had no problem with it. Now, I started taking everybody's hours. I worked every single night of the week, and I met a ton of really cool people on a daily basis, because this is a hot spot, okay? So I was bound to start meeting celebrities at some point. All right, so one Wednesday, I remember it was Wednesday, it was around 10 p.m. The bar was weirdly pretty empty inside. Outside, there weren't a lot of people on the streets either, despite the absolutely amazing LA weather. You know, suddenly a man and a woman, I don't know why I said it like that, but they walked up to the front door of the bar where I was working, and I was standing outside, all right? And the guy, he handed me his ID. And then I asked the girl for her ID, and she said, I don't carry ID. And then she said, she hesitated because I looked at her like, huh? Like, you ain't gonna get in. And then she said, I'm Amber Rose. And I immediately realized, I said, oh, wait, it's Amber Rose, obviously, right? Then I said, sorry, you can't get in without ID. Ow. I'm not joking, I said that to her. She wasn't even mad. Instead, she looked at me with a super interested face, like she probably hasn't looked at a man in a long time. That's why this story is interesting. It's probably because I was the first guy in years to not instantly give her what she wanted. And I knew that's why she looked at me like that. She was like kind of like turned on looking. And this was something as minuscule as access to a bar when she clearly was over 21.
Bloody.
The reason I'm telling the story is I'll never forget the way she looked at me. Suddenly, my manager, who was 6 feet behind me, he walked up and he nervously grabbed my shoulder and he said, he's just kidding. He's kidding. Come in.
I mean, I'm thinking, damn, he's good.
He didn't give me any shit about it either. It actually made my manager like me more because he knew I wasn't just letting people in the bar, even if they were huge celebrities. So I sure as hell wasn't letting anybody else in the bar. Think about that, right? I'm not losing my job for anybody, right? I needed money. But yeah, that's my Amber Rose story. So, you know, I'm Rob Level. I got way more stories. You need to check them out. Keep hustling. I'll see you at the top.
Did I get my money straight? Fill my grandma plate. Am I underpaid, deserving more breaks? Guilty. Did I break it up? Cutting case the cuffs. Am I better now or because you in the dust? Guilty. Do I got a lot of regrets? Traded for the checks. Am I super stressed thinking what's next? Guilty. Did I hit the lot, hit the mall, hit the shop, burn every single thing that I got? Guilty. Filthy.